To good day, class. I'm back and will discuss you about indefinite pronouns by using certain examples that surely will help you better understand it thoroughly.
Good day, sir. Nice to meet you today.
Me too, sir.
Thank you. Okay, let us review the definition of term about the topic. Next slide. What is indefinite pronoun? An indefinite pronoun does not refer to any specific person, thing, or amount. It is vague and not definite. In short, it is unspecific. But first, let me give an examples for a new understanding. Next slide. Micah, please read example A.
Example A. He has one job in day and another at night.
Can you please tell us what is the indefinite word used in that sentence?
The used indefinite word is another, sir.
Correct. So what does another function in example A?
It functions as definitely a pronoun, sir.
Yes, it does. What about example B? Mr. Bai, please read.
Okay, sir. I'd like another drink, please.
As you observe, the word another is used in both sentences A and B. However, would you still think in sentence B functions as a pronoun or not?
No, sir.
Why?
I believe another in sentence B is functioning to be as an indefinite adjective and not as the pronoun because it really is describing a particular non-drink. It means for me that someone wants an additional drink and yet it is unclear what type of drinks could it be. If it is a water, an alcohol, engine drink, milk, milk, juice, or what.
Excellent, Mr. Bai. You have a keen observation to that. Thank you. Next slide. Always remember that some indefinite pronouns like another can also function as other parts of speech, just like an adjective or such. Next slide. Another set of examples. Would you tell us its differences, Micah? Read first.
Example C. Each of the players has a doctor. Example D. Many have expressed their views. Sir, what I had observed that the word each in sentence C functions as an indefinite pronoun, the same as many in sentence D. Also, I think the difference is the sentence C results in singular formation, whereas sentence D is in plural form.
Outstanding observation, Micah. Thank you. Next slide. So always remember that most indefinite pronouns are either singular or plural. However, some of them can be singular in one context and plural in another, just like our given examples. Understand, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I hope so. Next slide. Now let us move on to learn more indefinite pronouns by giving you further examples one by one. Please listen attentively to this discussion because it is very important for you to understand and to answer or to participate our following activity. All right. So number one, that ice cream was good. And I have another. So another is the indefinite pronoun use, which means that is referring to an additional or different person or thing. Number two, can anyone answer this question? So anyone and or anybody means no matter what person, regardless of gender, years old or young, status, social and economic, as long as he or she or is a person, right? Number three, the doctor needs to know if you have eaten anything in the last 2 hours. So the indefinite pronouns were used is anything, which means that no matter what things. In the sentence, and in the sentence, it pertains to any kind of food that she or the patient had eaten, whether it is sweet or salty, soft or crunchy. Number four, each has his own thoughts. So the indefinite pronoun used is each, which means that everyone as two or more people, things seen separately. Just like if I say each of the two of you has its own thoughts, right? Number five, do you want tea or coffee? I don't mind. Either is good for me. So either, which means one or the other of two people or things. Number six, next slide. Next slide, please.
I already next it, sir. I think my internet connection is not good. Sorry po.
Okay. So number six, enough is enough. Enough is an indefinite pronoun, which means as much, as many as needed. Number seven, we can start the meeting because everybody has arrived. So everybody and or everyone means of all people. Number eight, they have no house or possession. They lost everything in the earthquake. So everything means all things. It means that they lost all of their own things in the tragic earthquake. So number nine, little. Little is known about his early life. The underlined word is an indefinite pronoun, which means a small amount. And conversely, in item 10, which is much, it means a large amount. That is, much has happened since we met. Next slide. 11. I keep telling Jack and Jill, but neither believes in me. Neither means not one, not the other of the two people or things. Remember, two people or things. Number 12. I phoned many times, but nobody answered. Nobody or no one means no person at all. 13. Well, 13, if you don't know the answer, it's best to say nothing. Well, nothing it means no single thing or not anything. 14. All the students arrive, but one is missing. An indefinite pronoun one It's referring to an unidentified person. 15, one was tall and the other was short. The use indefinite pronoun here is other, which means a different person or thing from the already mentioned. Next slide. 16. Clearly, somebody murdered him. It was not suicide. Somebody or someone means an unspecified or unknown person. Number 17. Are you still with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll continue. Number 17. Listen, I just heard something. What could it be? Something means an unspecified or unknown thing. 18. And you can see why. You, that is referring to an unidentified person, but we can use you in informal way or in casual conversation, just like our example. And you can see why, right? 19. Both. John likes coffee but not tea. I think both are good. So in both, it means that two people or things seen together. And 20, few have ever disobeyed him and live. Few, that is meant to say a small number of people or things. Next slide. Many have come already. So few, which is referring to a small amount, whereas many is referring to a large number of people or things. 22. I'm sure that others have tried before us. Others, that it, which means other people, but not us. But it is considered indefinite because we do not know who are these people. 23. They all complained and several left the meeting. Several, which means more than two, but not many. So remember with that, many, several, few, that indefinite pronouns when using the sentence. So when talking to several, it means more than two people but not many. All right. 24. They say that vegetables are good for you. So the word they is considered also an indefinite pronoun, which means people in general. It is usually used in casual conversation or in informal way. Like they say that vegetables are good for you. So 25, all have arrived. All, which means the whole quantity of something or of some things of people. So that is the difference between many, several, few, all. Please take note with that. Next slide. There is more over there. A more means a greater quantity or something that is greater number of people or a thing. We usually uses more when comparing to object, person, or amount. And then 27, most have refused. Most, it means that the majority or nearly all, but not all. Most of the people, but not all of the people. Or most of your classmates, but not all of your classmates. Right? 28, I invited 5 friends, but none have come. None means that not any or no person did come to my invitation. And lastly, he was a foreigner and he felt that he was treated as such. Such, which means of the type already mentioned, just like the word foreigner in the example given. So that is. As we learned various examples of indefinite pronouns and its meaning or usage in the context of the sentence, please do not confuse on using it like the use of whether something or anything, several, like I said earlier, many, all, or few, and many other correlated and confusing pronouns. Did you understand, class, so far?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next slide. So for our activity for today, I am expecting all of you that you could now be able to use indefinite pronouns appropriately. Next slide, please. Next slide, please.
Same with the situation
Ayan.
earlier, sir.
It's all right, Micah. So we will do Simon Says. Are you familiar with this game? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for the direction, using an any indefinite pronouns we've tackled earlier. There are 29, remember. You can be able to wish, a request, or command your classmates to do something or an activity. Opening your camera is a must. Remember that. You have to open your camera.
Okay, sir.
But let me do it first as our trial for these exercises, okay? And I'm going to use an indefinite pronoun you. So I will take it first. Simon says, would you raise your right hand? Micah, please turn on your camera, Micah. Nice helping hand, Micah. I will again by using one as my indefinite pronoun. And Simon says, one will answer my question. I don't know the answer, sir. And my question is, when it is not okay to be okay and when it is not okay to be okay. Bye.
Yes, sir. I don't know the answer, sir.
Well, I couldn't blame you at all since it really is a tough question for me. So in using an indefinite pronoun you and one, I ordered an unspecified person, but they, or should I say, Micah and Bai fulfilled it voluntarily. Understand how it works, class?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so let us begin with Micah. Micah, please move the glass. Micah,
Sir, I'm going to use an indefinite pronoun either. Simon says either you would say hello in Chinese or in Korean language.
Ni hao.
Uh-huh. That is right. Mr. Bai, your turn.
Okay, sir. I'm going to use somebody.
Okay, proceed.
Simon says, can somebody will do an I week 2 times?
I can do that. 1, 2.
What a sense of volunteerism, Micah. Well, that was quite cute. And Micah, would you want to fight back?
Yes, sir, of course.
Go.
Simon says, both singing happy birthday song and clapping simultaneously must have done.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that is entertaining, Mr. Bai. I don't think someone do have a birthday today, but thank you, do, Mr. Bai. Bai, wanna fight back?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
Go.
Simo says, can anyone cover his or her mouth, but should saying that he or she is very happy?
1, 2, 3. I am very happy. I'm sorry, sir.
You really have a loud voice, Micah. What makes you happy? Anyways, thanks for that. Okay. And lastly, it would be my turn. I will tell you that Simon says, everybody, I use an indefinite word, everybody, should clap their hands while smiling because all did their best and finished the activity. Open your camera, everybody. Yay! I think that would be all for today's session. I hope you've learned something you've enjoyed about our topic and activity. And thank you for participating actively in class. Goodbye and see you next meeting.
Goodbye and thank you, sir.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye. Please open your camera for documentation, please.